What's up? So today we're going to be talking about bad mindsets and how we can fix them. But before we do that, I just want to kind of change scenery real quick because I need to get my car washed. My car is all dirty right now. Change of plans. So I was going to go to the car wash originally, but it was closed. So as you can see, I have a new hoodie on because this is the day after I recorded the first part of this video. And it's also closed today. So we're just going to go somewhere else. Okay, so when I say good mindset, what am I talking about? There's three things that I'm thinking of mainly. And sorry if I sound weird. I'm kind of sick recently, so my voice is a little weird, a little nasally. But yeah, there's three things that I kind of think of when I say bad mindset. The first thing is like expecting the worst out of a situation. If you're somebody who goes into a situation and is like, I'm probably gonna fail, or I'm probably gonna have this and then insert bad result, then you're probably gonna act subconsciously in a way that ensures that result. So if you're thinking, hey, I'm gonna fail this test, then you're probably not going to be able to like focus on studying, or you're going to do things that make that worst situation become more inevitable. So that's the first thing I think about. The second thing that I think about is giving up after just a little bit of struggle. Like if you go through something, let's say like the gym or whatever, right? And you can't get that last rep up and you're like, okay, I don't like that, I'm just going to quit, right? Or you're going through a situation where it's like you have to do an assignment or like a project for school or something, right? And you might get like a negative feedback at first, or you're like, hey, you got to fix this. If you kind of just like give up on that, and that's a weird example, but like anything where it's like you have slight pushback or slight friction and you give up after like that slight friction, that's another thing that I think of when I think of a bad mindset. And the third thing I think of is when you never take anything seriously. When there's nothing in your life that is serious to you, whether it's like people, like if you have like a really nice hobby that you like doing, like for me it'd be YouTube. If I don't take anything seriously, then I can't get anything done. Issues will arise, right? If you don't take relationships with your parents, with your friends seriously, then those relationships aren't going to be good, and then because of that there's going to be issues with that. Or if you don't take anything seriously, then let's say in 30 years you're not going to have anything that you can say, oh, I did that, to like it kind of like show you that you've done something like worthy or something good, something hard that not many people can do. And if you don't have that, then like for me at least, I would feel terrible about that. And I just kind of wanted to talk about what I meant when I said bad mindset before I started kind of telling you how you can fix this and then like what happens afterwards. But yeah, that's kind of my diagnosis of what a bad mindset is. It's giving up way too easily. It's thinking the worst thing possible, and it's just not taking anything seriously. Those are my three main things. There's probably more things. If you want to comment about that or something, you can. But those are my three kind of big points of a bad mindset. Now, why is each of these bad? I kind of explained that, right? You'll never get anything done if you never take anything seriously. Issues will arise from not taking things seriously. If you give up quickly, you'll never get anything done. That's kind of like goes hand in hand with the second thing I was talking about. And if you expect the worst, then the worst will probably happen, or it's more likely to happen. Now, how do we solve this? I'm seated. I don't know why I'm having my seatbelt on. Like the car's not moving. Anyways, yeah. So how do you fix this? Well, for me, what I do is whenever I notice myself having something that's like a bad mindset or a bad thought that can lead to a bad mindset, first I notice it. If you're somebody who has, the plan to fix their bad mindset, then when you think of a bad thought, you're probably gonna notice you said it. So once you notice that you've said something negative or something that leads to a bad mindset, what I do is I try to actively like artificially replace that with a positive thing. So if I think, oh, this isn't gonna work out, then I would say something like, I've done this before, like I think maybe like recently, maybe not today or whatever, but I had a bad thought about, like, I don't remember, it's like a very random thought. And I told myself pretty much the exact opposite of what it was. So for instance, like I was saying, if you think that you're gonna fail something, be like, I have a good shot at making a really good grade on this. And that's kind of like, even if it's not true, if you start saying stuff like that in your head, if you start putting those thoughts into your head, then they're eventually gonna start happening naturally. Like there was this one point where I had a bad mindset just to begin with, and I was trying to get a better mindset, and by artificially putting these thoughts in my head, eventually I noticed, hey, I'm actually kind of thinking this way now. So that's how I fixed a bad mindset. I artificially changed it, right? You kind of trick yourself into thinking that way, or at least that's how I did it. So I've told you guys so far what a bad mindset looks like and how we can fix it. And I just wanted to kind of end this video off with some of the results that you'll notice, or I've noticed, from having a better mindset in life. So the first thing is kind of like the opposites of what a bad mindset gives you. So you'll be more optimistic, right? You'll be more likely to succeed because you believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, you put your heart into stuff. You work harder. It's like your work energy is kind of uncapped, right? You can put all of your like mind and soul into it. So whatever it is, you can do it better. you're more successful. When you're more serious about stuff, you tend to have better judgment. Like, if you're some kid who acts like a kid all the time, then you'll make dumb decisions, you'll do things that are irresponsible. But when you're serious about life in general, or about specific things, but overall life in general, then your life will be better because you'll be making actions, you'll be doing things that will set yourself up for success. And when you have the ability to continue through struggle, to, you know, keep working hard at something, even though it's like, you know, difficult to do, or it's like, it hurts, like in the gym, for instance, anything like that, when you can push through hardship, that's where the best things are. That's where the most accomplishments are, like the biggest things. They're behind it, like kind of like a wall of pain, or a wall of, you know, fortitude, right? So when you can do that, you can reach the things that not many people can, and that's, to me, that's a good thing. So those are kind of some of the benefits. I just kind of, you know, it's kind of obvious if you think about it, but I just wanted to say it anyways, just because it's part of the video. So that's all I got. If you guys aren't new here, how do you guys like the new cam? It's my phone, but we're in the car now, so yeah. If you are new here, I have 2 videos I want you to watch. There's a video about how to start self-improvement, which is over here, and there's a video about how to, you know, be saved, and that's over here. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Praise God.